Soon after that, Penny goes up to her room, when another song starts up. And it's even sadder than the journey.
Be brave, little one. Make a wish for each sad little tear. Hold your head up, though no one is near. Someone's waiting for you.
Looks like another honorable mention.
Other than the song itself, the one other memorable thing about this song sequence is its use of stock animation from Bambi.
Someone's waiting for you. Always keep a little prayer in your pocket, and you're sure to see the light. Soon there'll be joy and happiness, and your little world will be bright.
I know it seems pretty cheap, but it still looks beautiful nonetheless. Soon enough, Penny meets our two heroes at last, saying that they received her note in New York. And even though they're the only two that can help her, they hatch a plan to escape for good. Wanting to escape tonight, Bernard orders Evinrude to get Ellie Mae and the others, which he accepts. However, in the middle of his quest, Evinrude is thwarted by a flock of hungry bats.
We can't stop here. This is bat country.
Because of this, the plan is on hold as Penny is taken back to the hole to search for the Devil's Eye again. But because she thinks her teddy bear is afraid to go down with her, Medusa takes the bear away.
You get down there and find the big diamond, or you will never see that teddy again.
Holy crap. I hate this woman. I really do.
So Medusa and Mr. Snoop send Penny down into the cave to find the diamond, unaware that Miss Bianca and Bernard are hiding in her skirt pocket.
Oh, what a dreadful, frightening place.
Yeah, it used to be a pirate's cave.
How do you know that, Penny?
Him.
Hey, be thankful it wasn't one of the Pirates of the Caribbean. Now that would be scary.
Wow. Penny, hold your lantern up again.
Okay, it just posts right here. I just love this image. It looks like it came straight out of a poster of a 1980s animated film like The Secret of Nim or something. Anyway, upon close inspection of the pirate's skull, our heroes discover that the Devil's Eye is trapped inside.
One thing that boggles me, though. How did the diamond get inside the skull in the first place?
Magic.
Sorry, Bean, that's not gonna cut it. Oh well, it looks cool, so I guess that's all that matters.
So now they have to get the diamond out. However, it won't be easy for our heroes, as the tide is coming in. And god damn is it frightening!
No, back, Penny.
Oh, Penny, you fall!
I'm serious, this scene has by far the most tension in the entire film. You have the main hero so close to getting the diamond, but with the water coming in and trying to drown them, it's pretty intense for a Disney film.
But luckily, Penny manages to open up the skull's jaw using a pirate sword and finally gets the diamond. And not too soon either. Now there's a whirlpool they have to avoid.
Penny, help!
Oh, thank God.
However, when they get back up, the greedy Medusa steals the diamond for herself, attempting to run off with it, leaving Snoops without any shares and hides it in Penny's teddy bear. Meanwhile, Evinrude continues his mission to get reinforcements from the swamp folk.
They're going to have us a rip, snort, and fight.
So the group makes their move, and just in time too, as Medusa is about to leave for the diamond. But luckily, Bianca and Bernard are there to help out. So Penny manages to get her teddy back, and the animals are there to save the day. Pound! This would be a good cue for the Benny Hill theme to play. And so our heroes escape, leaving Medusa clinging to the boat's smokestacks with Brutus and Nero attacking below. Back in New York, the Rescue Aid Society watch TV to hear that the Devil's Eye is given to the Smithsonian Institution and Penny is adopted by a new father and mother. Bernard and Miss Bianca remain partners in the Rescue Aid Society's missions and soon after depart on Orville, accompanied by Evinrude, to a new rescue mission.
And that's The Rescuers. My thoughts? Well, it's good, but I just feel that it's kind of dated. Some of the songs are okay, but they're not that memorable. Other than the first one, I just fast forward through the others. I just feel that this film is too cemented in the time period it was made in. The 70s really weren't my favorite decade. But other than that, I still enjoy watching the movie from time to time, just not all the time. Now let's move on to trivia time, the segment of the show where I discuss on what happened during the making of the film.
The film is based on a series of books by Marguerite Sharp, most notably The Rescuers and Miss Bianca. I haven't read the book series, but if I happen to see a copy somewhere, I might give it a read. The film marked the last joint effort by veterans Milt Kahl, Ollie Johnson, and Frank Thomas, and the first Disney film worked on by Don Bluth as an animator instead of an assistant animator. Other animators who stepped up during production were Glenn Keane, Ron Clements, and Andy Gaskill, who would all play an important role in the Disney Renaissance of the 1990s. The Rescuers was also the company's first major animated success since The Jungle Book, and the last until The Little Mermaid. The film marked the end of the Silver Age of Disney animation that had begun in 1950 with Cinderella. This also marked the first successful animated film that Walt Disney himself had not worked on. The film also marked the end of the studio's so-called sketchy animation period of the 1960s and 70s. The new zero-graphic process restored a softer outline that previously was not possible with the technology, which so far only had been able to produce black outlines. This allowed the use of a medium gray tone and even a purple tone for outlines, such as that used for Miss Bianca.
Since we discussed most of the cast during the review, let's just talk about one other actor in the movie.
Joe Flynn, who played Mr. Snoops, is also famous for his role as Captain Binghamton from McHale's Navy. Sadly, shortly after completing voice work for the Rescuers, Flynn was discovered by family members in the swimming pool of his Beverly Hills home, the victim of an apparent drowning accident on July 19, 1974. Although some celebrity friends expressed concern about the circumstances surrounding Flynn's death, authorities found no evidence of foul play. Some believe Flynn suffered a heart attack while swimming.
Such a shame too, because I liked him a lot better than Medusa. Anyway, on to my final thoughts on the film.
Overall, The Rescuers was a good film, but nothing spectacular. I did find it enjoyable, but it just needed to pick up its pace a bit. Although I do praise it for being the first success that Disney had since Walt's death, the Oscar nomination for Best Song, and encouraging the old and new animators of the studio to work even harder on future films. And so I give this movie a rating of 3.5 stars out of 5.
But we're not done yet. Join me next time as we take a look at the film's superior, yet underrated sequel. Until then, to be continued.
Come along. Will there be sunshine shining? Will we find the silver lining? Come along, sing a song. When today becomes tomorrow, will we find joy or sorrow? Sing a song.